All right, so I do have another hand coming up here on table 2. I have a Queen Jack offsuit. And I do get a call from this, what appears to be a loose, passive-looking player in the small blind. Flop very reasonably. Again, this is one of those spots where I think it's just standard for me to look at this as like a 2-barreling spot. Like I'm always, even if I, regardless, almost, not regardless, like I shouldn't say that, like a 10 coming off or like a 9. Those are particularly poor cards to double barrel, but other than that, I'm usually looking to double barrel almost any other card.
Yeah, if the king comes, I'm definitely double barreling.
yeah, you're willing to pull that off,
yeah,
huh? What about an 8? Not an 8 though, right?
I get called nitty, but in this case, I would double barrel. But except the king of spades, I would check that back and just look for showdown. I'm joking, of course. So I'm glad you folded the ace-3 offsuit on table 4. I think with the 2 short stackers playing loosely, I'm just not willing to play that for stacks. So
yeah,
I like your
and that's
fold there.
my biggest consideration. Yeah, that's my biggest consideration there as well.
Speaking of nitty, I'm definitely going to be playing those aces.
Yeah, I actually I wasn't sure. I did have a moment's hesitation here about 3-betting this, just because I don't know how aware some of these people are at this table, but I had been yet to 3-bet at this table. I was 40 hands in, and I had a fish behind me who was likely to call, and also the opener was fairly short stacked. I think that I could make a case for just flatting here.
Possibly, but I think the standard and the standard play definitely is 3-betting, and I actually like 3-betting here just because, yeah, he's short. As I'm looking across, I don't except for the Jesus, I don't really know if anyone is going to be 3-betting. I know Molly Whoop is very unlikely to 3-bet. Pitts is unlikely to 3-bet just because they're playing so tight. And I guess, if you're calling here, you're basically hoping for the Jesus to 3-bet, just because
It's not. I wouldn't be calling specifically hoping to get squeezed. It's more just to try to induce some extra action, either from mollywop or post flop.
Yeah, post flop, I could definitely see us. I guess now that I'm looking at it, I think both are fine, just given how short the I go poppy is.
Yeah, I do end up 3-betting this, and but at the time I was thinking that this was, this is probably a good spot to at least consider it.
And I'm really glad that, just the fact that you're, thinking about it that way is really good. I think most people wouldn't. I wouldn't have considered it too much, just because I'm happy to get it all in pre-flop against I go poppy.
Yeah, well, for sure. If I thought that was always going to be the result, then
I guess what I'm thinking,
doubt.
I am thinking that he's going to go with it, and you don't have to bomb it. You don't have to bomb it big. I think even 225, 215 will do it just to induce action. Table 3, I'm folding to the donk bet.
Yeah, he hadn't been. He's not very deep. There's really no reason to do anything crazy here. I agree completely, and he's potting it. Just give him. Give my man credit, right?
Right. And I don't even know what I would be looking for here if I was to call.
Yeah. No, I do just fold. I do go ahead and you can't see, I guess you can't see it on the screen, but I do always make a habit of checking donk bet percentage.
Yeah.
Not that it would have influenced me here, but it's just a habit for me to check that stat when someone does it to me.
I think it's a good habit. Let's see if I go poppy surprises me and folds.
See, I know the results, so he timed out. He made a huge fold there. He had kings, I think.
I'm sure he had kings. Yeah.
He timed out, folded kings. He's like, I know this. I know this raise. I gotta lay this down.